Cycles, man. You're gonna go through cycles. There's all these cycles of change. There's all these cycles that you go through, you learn, you do your thing, you have a good time. And honestly, these cycles are good for you. These cycles are a great thing, a wonderful thing. These cycles mean that you're gonna see where you were last time you were in this position and where you are now. And have you grown? Have you understood more about life? About all this? Have you understood more about who you are, about what you truly want in life? Have you understood more about what things you really love? Have you understood more about yourself and how to be the best version of you? Have you understood more about what other people might want for you and what works for you and what doesn't, and what you want for yourself? Because when you go back into this place, you can take a second and realize and say, you know, be forced upon you. You realize and be like, am I here again? Or are you going to say, whoa, I'm in the same place, but it feels a little different. I think my shoulders are a little higher right now. Maybe you're going to think actually worse. For me personally, it's like, I'm in this place right now that I was back in a room. I got this from talking to my friend. And me and him talked, and I thought he was dead. And like, I'm like, dude, you're alive. Like, so pretty much he's living. And we get to this whole conversation about life. And he said it was like a big moment in his life that he needed. And it changed his life a lot. Now, that's a beautiful thing. How the universe, God, the source, will just bring you to a place you need to be. Not just for yourself, but for others. It's all meant to advance you. How quickly you advance is how quickly you'll listen. The thing is, sometimes they'll just be knocking, trying to teach you the same lesson. It's like, I was trying to tell this kid today. He's like, I want to buy this camera. I'm helping my dad out. We have this shop, do gold, diamonds, jewelry, the whole thing, you know. And we got these old cameras. And I'm like, kid, you don't want this camera. He's like, no, I want this one. It's a DSLR. I'm like, bro, you don't want this. I'm like, what do you want to do? He's like, I want to make YouTube. I'm like, this doesn't even film videos. He's like, it's okay. It takes pictures. I do pictures. I'm like, listen, buddy. Think about it. And he's like, you wouldn't listen. I finally, after talking, I convinced him. I was like, bro, I showed him. I do the videos, I do the pictures. With this camera right here, how you get the proper flex. This camera right here ain't gonna do you justice. Alright, you want something that can do it all. You want something that can handle everything. You want something to handle every occasion. Okay? He says he doesn't have a lot of cash to deal with. You know, his dad's not in his life, all this. I'm like, listen, buddy, if you're working hard for this cash, young kid, if you're working hard for this cash, you might as well spend it on something that could actually really, thank you very much, really last you. You want something that could be good for you, not for right now, but for however long you need it. You know, YouTube's your goal. If you're going to work on that, if you're going to get it done, get something that really helps you a lot. Get something that makes you feel like, yo, this is the ride, and if it doesn't fit, you change it up, you get something different, you know, and you work around it. But I said, don't buy something that's not even going to benefit you in a good way. Hey, Skeeter. Pretty much, there's cycles, and what I'm trying to tell you is, this kid finally got the idea. If he would have listened at first and sat down and said, okay, give me your knowledge, it would have been way easier to teach him what he needed to know. But the thing is, it takes time. It takes time to really get it right. It takes time to really get the right thing. And take advice from people that have been there. Take advice from the people that have seen the things, have shot the photos. What camera do they say buy? Not the amateurs. You know, it's an amateur hour when you want to learn. So the thing is, in life, you got to go into that source. You got to connect the source. Talk to them, be like, talk out to the universe. You can do that. You talk out to the universe. You say, hey, why am I here? Hey, what does this mean? Look for your answers. It will show you those answers. But the more open you are to letting everything be an answer, then you'll see it's right in front of your face. The universe doesn't want to hide everything from you. It wants to say, hey, I'm right here. I love you. What do you need? That's how it is. You gotta build that relationship. When you get into this cycle where you plop, boom, you have a ring all the way around that hat, around that hat. You get back to that area that you were, but you're on a total different thread. Look at it. Look at all the things you've accomplished. Look at everything you came from. Look at all the places you got. Look at how many years you survived. You could have been dead right now. You could have never seen this video, but yet you're here. Isn't that an amazing thing? Thank your past. Think back to those moments that really hurt you. It's saying you did. Forgive yourself. You won't do it now. You learn, the pain it causes. If it's something that you're insecure about, ask yourself, how do we work through this? Don't be afraid to step into that. It's you. You can do it. All right. Cycles. Universal energy. Fuck that shit. Just kidding. Love. What do I really want to do? I'm gonna change my bets.